What are we doing?
Smurfs.
Yes.
Didn't even do much of an intro. You're like, just turn to me. Okay, what are we doing? We're doing this. I'm like, that was our intro.
I had something better planned if it was a good suggestion. That was not.
Okay, so apology for kind of the different angle. People with OCD are going nuts now, but yeah, there's like no light today.
I'm sitting on the opposite side, confused.
Everything's moved around. Yeah, we're gonna talk about Smurfs because I was just looking through it, like, popular videos on YouTube and stuff, and Smurfs gets a lot of hits.
I know, but man, and after coming off of Patch Adams, we talked about that one, but what does one say about Smurfs?
Well, there's also a new one coming out that looks like it's at least sticking closer to kind of what it is. They're not bringing them to like modern day, and Neil Patrick Harris isn't there.
Okay, I will. Let me just get the jump on you here. That is how bad this movie was. Not even Neil fucking Patrick Harris could save it. No. Not even him.
Some of these names you keep seeing over and over. Like, how when you're young and you're seeing, like you start to see Tim Burton and Danny Elfman, like, oh, I'm seeing these names over and over. You're starting to see Steven Spielberg. Oh, I'm seeing these names over and over. You connect to the good stuff.
Generally,
you start to see
with good
names you associate with bad stuff. You don't really pay attention, but you're like, I'm seeing this name Raja Gosnell pop up a lot. I'm
at a point where I want to just believe that's a fake name. Like, it's the new
it really
Alan
sounds
Smithy.
it's
just like, it's like whoever that guy is, even he's just like, I don't want my name on this. I'm gonna make up a fake name, but
It's one of those where you kind of like you see it and you go,
he was also Scooby-Doo, right?
Yeah, Scooby-Doo. I think Beverly Hills Chihuahua. I think something like that.
Stand back.
Maybe Inspector Gadget. Like, some of these.
God.
Actually, I have it right here. Hold on. Did he direct this? I'm so curious. He. Oh no, he did not. That was a David.
You're
Kellogg.
off the hook for that one.
Yeah, that might have been the same guy I did Beverly. I don't know, but he's
a
name we see a couple times.
What was the guy's name?
David Kellogg.
Like the breakfast cereal?
Yeah, and the guy that said if you masturbate, you'll go blind. Fun fact. This is a movie that, like, honestly, you don't have much to go off of anyway, because Smurfs is, like, cute for kids, whatever, but what do you really do with it?
I just remember when I was a kid, they had a movie called, it was like Smurfs and the Magic Flute.
Yeah.
And then they invented some wooden magic flute or something that made people dance, and it was silly and ridiculous. But
That's pretty stupid.
It was aimed at 5-year-olds, and I was like, that was perfectly acceptable. Why do we need to spend millions of dollars on something to bring them to, New York and have Neil Patrick Harris in it and Hank Azaria just slumming it? Slumming it.
No,
I like Hank Azaria.
No,
He's
I will
a great
make a
voice
little
actor,
bit.
but
I will defend Hank Azaria a little bit.
You know what? He's not slumming it, but
trying.
He's not
but
slumming
he's given nothing.
He's not slumming it, but he is left hung out to dry.
Yes.
Like he is literally just dangled over, fighting for his life, and they dropped him into the shark pit.
Yeah.
Like, it just,
which is a shame because the makeup on him is pretty funny.
It looks like Gargamel.
Yeah, it looks like him. I don't think he sounds like him, but it's kind of like, okay, just go along with whatever he's doing, and it's like...
And even if you wanted to make it CGI, it's just like, you could have just kept it there in the Smurf village. I don't get... Why New York?
And you know what? It's always New York.
Why is it always New York?
Yeah, always New York.
You're not the center of the fucking universe, all right? I know you think you are, but God.
Well, and there's something to, with... the Smurfs, it's like, as they even say, do any of your names not tie into your personalities? Do the personalities come first or do the names? And they go, yes. And it's like, all right, that's a cute joke. But it's one of those things where it's not like, ooh, you know what I'd really like to see? I like to see Smurfs in modern time. Think of the crazy possibilities. It's like, there aren't any. Well, what can you do with this? There's nothing you can do with this.
It was meant to be just some charming little kids thing, and then they do what they always do. It's like, well, let's make it hip.
Let's crap it up.
Let's
just totally crap it up.
They cat in the hat.
Yeah. Well,
They shat in the hat. That's what they did.
Do we dare go as far as say Cat in the Hat?
No,
I can't
Cat
go
in the
that
Hat's
bad.
way worse.
No.
Smurfs is mostly harmless, at least, as terrible as it is. Cat in the Hat,
That hurts.
I think it kills angels. I think every time somebody watches it, actually angels die. I think it's part of that, like, heavenly war between heaven and hell. And, yeah, it's part of some demonic thing.
And yeah, so this was a time where that was always the thing, you know, like somebody from the past is brought to modern day New York, and that was just a really popular genre, really. It just kind of became a genre, and they decided to do it with Smurfs, and we can say it sucks all we want and stuff, but it was a big hit, and I think part of it is that, like, obviously not that much money went into the film because they don't look that good or anything,
This was
but
a big hit. It had the word Smurfs on it.
well, no, I was gonna say the advertising was everywhere. I mean, you couldn't get away from this damn thing. It was on like every billboard, every bus. Yeah, we tried hard and didn't work.
Okay, and that works for kids. I guess that's but it's no indication of quality.
I always kind of say, like, you know, remember like with
Because as an adult, seeing all the ads for Smurfs made me want to not only not see it, but track down every theater that was running it and blow it up. In the middle of the night with nobody in it, but blow it up.
I kind of feel like, remember when we were talking about like the Aw Girls from like the Chipmunks review and stuff? I always kind of said, like, you know, it's a mix of like, you know, on top of little kids, you know, it's a mix of that and then like, you know, the 50 to 60-year-old ladies, you know, or like the middle-aged ladies are just like, oh, don't you want to see it? It looks cute. It looks so cute. It's like people don't want to see it because it's cute and nothing else.
This is the movie that was literally made for grandparents to take their grandchildren to, because those are the only two demographics it fits into. Old people who are just like, wow, I can't believe they make these things come to life. Because the last film they saw was probably King Kong, and 5-year-olds. Wow. I'm bitter today. I fucking hated this movie. I hate this movie. I hate it.
And but you know what I'm talking about too, like the crowd.
It's Thanksgiving, and what can I say, Audrey? But we're all miserable.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, that crowd of like, not that they want to see it ironically, but they kind of do. I can't remember these girls growing up in high school. It's like, you want to see Space Jam? Come on, that's funny. Bugs Bunny, Michael Jordan, that'd be cool. And they
I
just
knew
want
a
to
lot
go
of
see
guys
the movie.
who saw
Oh no.
Jam.
But I'm talking about like the people that wanted to go see the movie, or like, yeah, people want to go see the movie, so it's like, just want to be fun. Wouldn't it be fun? Then they text throughout the whole movie and talk and stuff. Like, they're not actually there to see the movie. They're there to have something on while they text and talk.
I feel like we're doing girls a disservice when we do that. Because how many, like, cool girls, nerd girls, tomboy girls, goth girls, Daria girls would look at these films and be like, that looks like shit.
No, I'm talking about, like, because I knew these girls growing up. They were kind of like the popular girls. They had, like, you know,
Okay, so idiots. So you knew some idiots growing up.
There were a couple that were smart. Not many, and I didn't know them, but I'm sure they were. Statistically, it has to be possible.
You're not making your case.
No, but you know what I'm talking about. I mean, it's sort of like, there's people that want to see it because wouldn't that be cute? You know, like, they don't want to see it because, hey, I want a good movie. Wouldn't that be cute if we saw it? So it's kind of kids and then people who say, wouldn't that be cute? You know, I just want fluff. I want nonsense. And I feel like fluff can be done well.
I never dated any of those people. I didn't care to get to know them.
It's one of those things where it's like, you know, fluff can be done well. You know, like Storks. We saw that. We love that movie.
But that was actually a good movie.
No, but I mean, like, in terms of, like, because the reviews were like, was it like 60% or something? Or like, why the hell did it only get like 60%? And we were saying, because it's not changing anything. It doesn't have any huge moral lesson that's going to be like Pixar or something like that. It's just a good comedy. And I sort of think
comedy
to myself,
always is lower on the totem pole anyway amongst critics.
Yeah, unless it's trying to change the world somehow. And that's not fair. Sometimes a comedy can just be a comedy, and it can be fluff. I think Storks is great fluff that's written fantastically and is super, super funny.
But Smurfs is not a comedy. It's a documentary on how to not make a movie.
And what I like, because I feel like this was going on for a while, and I feel like it's died down, but there was like a long period of time where sort of like that, I'm trying to remember what I called it, like, sort of like the hypnosis for kids, just the constant movement where you never feel the impact, you never feel like anything is hitting. It's just seeing these things move and trip, and it's just this one motion.
It's the music too. The music's always like, like every single movement.
And
like even Warner Brothers cartoons still have silence occasionally, or pauses, or breaths, or breaks in the music.
Yeah, it just feels like autopilot. Like when you do that, it's like you put it on autopilot and the kids are just going, huh, and they're not going to laugh. They're just going to look at it because it's movement. Or I think movement porn is what I call it. It's just movement porn. Because if you just like seeing things move like that, that's what it is. You might as well just be high and watch it because it's the same kind of movement.
That may have been the other demographic.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Whoa, the blue, man. I can see them. They're in my hand.
Oh, can you imagine dropping acid during that film, though? Whoa.
Oh.
Yeah. Or pounding some absinthe right over it. Yeah.
Just thinking of seeing a hissing Hank Azaria on acid. No thanks.
This man sitting there tripping balls. Oh! Gargamel's coming at me!
That freaky ass cat.
Yeah. Oh man, that cat was. Special effects are no good.
Who apparently is a boy. We find out it's actually a boy cat, even though he has a girl's name.
What was it, Azrael?
I think so, yeah. I didn't watch the show that much.
Gender neutral name? I thought that was some demon-like name. I don't know.
Could be. I just got
I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I'm not sure that. I think that's a kind of a gender neutral, like. I don't know.
I was gonna say probably not too many other places we can go after that. But yeah.
Like Jean. Jean is a gender neutral. Like you could have a girl named Jean. You could have a boy named Jean. And
yeah. Got it. I'm sorry I brought it up.
I'm running out of things to talk about. It's freaking Smurfs. It's Smurfs.
The only thing I can figure is so many people clicked on our review of it that there must have been just that hatred that we had too, because they made a sequel that was also a hit, but then they stopped.
It's like
which
Alvin
was
and the
interesting.
Chipmunks.
No, with the Chipmunks they just kept going and going. You know, but with Smurfs they stopped at 2, and I found that interesting. You know, I think they did the same thing with Scooby-Doo. They stopped at 2, but I think they both did well. Yeah. We took it off the Smurf. Oh, you know, I forgot the celebrities too. Isn't Katy Perry in this too? Honestly, this probably did well because she wore that Smurf dress. That's probably why.
Is Hank Azaria and Neil Patrick Harris. I remember nothing. I don't even remember the plot. I don't even remember what Neil Patrick Harris did. What did he do?
What do they always do? An office job where he's an ad executive. It's always advertising.
It's always an office job in New York, and somehow he has an amazing place that you could never afford in reality.
Yeah. Which, to be fair, being an ad exec pays good money, but you're right, it's still New York. It's fucking New York. But
he doesn't seem good at his job, right? Because that was also the Alvin and the Chipmunks thing. It's like, but wasn't that part of it? Like
in Alvin and the Chipmunks, it was definitely just like, oh, he was having trouble
in his
job, being a musician. He's throwing out his stuff and everything. I was like, how can you afford that house?
I just realized there was like no plot.
What, the Chipmunks or Smurfs? Or both?
Either of them. But I'm just like, what was it? It was Neil Patrick Harris was doing things, and Smurfs showed up and did things. And then things got resolved.
And then they left. It's like, you know what? I'm happy with my things. And that was a thing.
You know, and if you explain that to a child, they would probably just nod and agree with you that that's what it was about.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, I'm trying to think. Jonathan Winter's greatest performance.
He was in that?
Yeah. Oh, he's Papa Smurf. It was his best performance since Rocky and Bullwinkle.
Oh, that's right. I forget. This is like, there's some movies like, Patch Adams was interesting because it angered me for all the right reasons that I can remember. Smurfs is one of those films where it just angers me in a way
It's kind of easy to forget.
Yeah, I'm just angered because I can't even remember sitting through it. It's like Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland. I'm like, the second I left...
Oh, Alice in Wonderland really pissed me off.
The second I left the cinema, the second I walked outside and the sun shone in my face again, I'm like, what the hell just happened? I have no memory of the movie I just saw.
I love Alice in Wonderland. That's why that one pissed me off.
Well, I didn't love the Smurfs to begin with, so I was completely...
Yeah, no, like, I can sort of see it with this one.
As I said, I watched them as a kid, so I had that attachment, but... I I was never attached enough to them as a kid that I'm just like, how dare you with the Smurfs? But at the same time, that just means it's unmemorable.
I remember the pasta more than I remember the show. You remember Smurfs pasta? With meatballs!
No.
If you get 3 Smurfs on your spoon, you win! Because pasta was a game back then.
You know,
it's really weird.
Even by the low bar that we set for ourselves being like 5 years old, you still ate shit.
Oh yeah, no, that was Chef Boyardee. That was
This guy kept Chef Boyardee in business for like 10 years.
No, well, that was
Single-handedly propped the company
he got that name because that's what people said after having it. They went, Chef Boy. And that's how it went.
I was just gonna say Chef Oh man.
So yeah.
But I do remember that, how it was always a game. Just like
Yeah.
the tic-tac-toe pasta. It's like, get the X's, get 3 in a row, and you win! You win what? Your bowl of pasta?
Who are you playing against? Who is the other player?
I'm so lonely. Playing against the empty can.
It's like pasta solitaire. Yeah, shit. We're talking about Chef Boyardee now. That's how not interesting this movie is. Do you think they can... Have you seen the trailer for the new Smurfs at all?
No, this one so has wrecked the Smurfs as I know it that I never want to see another Smurfs film again.
Yeah, I just saw it, and it just looks like whatever, cute adventure, whatever. It looks like, I guess, what it's supposed to be, but it's like, yeah, I also started looking at it, I'm like, you know, what are really the possibilities from this idea? They live in mushrooms, that's a little creative, but that's about it. I don't remember any other, like, this demands to be made. The song, I remember the song. And yeah, that's about it. I think Gargamel was the most interesting part of that show. Like, I actually look forward to seeing him, because I'm like, okay, something's gonna happen.
You think Gargamel used alchemy to live through the ages and then kept creating, like, cybernetic enhancements as the century went on, and then he became Dr. Claw, and that's the same cat?
Maybe. I'm just trying to figure out a way to tie it into Full Metal Alchemist. Like, what's the name of the little kid that was in the armor?
Oh, Al.
Yeah, like maybe he gave him the arms, like the metal arms.
Could be transmute the soul into the metal. Well, no, because
it alters the voice. Too.
Dr. Claw would have had to do a transmutation where he lost his arm, so he had to get an automail arm. Probably to save the cat.
Yeah, but then the cat got transformed into, like, you know, it's kind of like that cute little girl, but in reverse somehow. Maybe he gets transformed into, like, this mutated girl or something like that, you know.
So is Gadget a homunculus?
That'd be kind of cool. Man, we should rewrite Inspector Gadget.
Penny's Winry, that goes without saying.
Yeah, obviously putting things together and everything, but... God damn it, this movie's so uninteresting.
Derailed your thoughts.
Yeah, I really thought I'd have a little bit more to talk about.
Derailed your train of thought.
It's
just like Amtrak.
Yeah, it is just so dull. It's just a dull movie. I don't know what else to say about it, except...
I just can't think...
At some point, we gotta do Smurfs 2. I know that.
No, why?
Because the first one was such a hit. I mean, people love seeing us do it. I just hope when we do the second one, there's just more.
Fine, but that's the price they're gonna have to pay. We'll do it, but the real thought's gonna fucking suck.
Yeah,
it's gonna be just as bad as this.
Just as bad as this one.
We're gonna be talking about, like, you know, fucking Skittles.
I do
kind of remember. I
remember seeing in the trailer. There's kind of like punk Smurfs. They're like gray and they have like dyed color hair and they're like with attitude.
What?
I don't know, but that's got to be something.
What?
I don't know. I don't know.
Why do we need punk Smurfs?
Why do we need Smurfs at all?